Watercolor Societies. I started in 2012. So I just continued doing it. I never gave up. I just, was doing my realistic work actually at first. And then I'm thinking, sometimes I wouldn't get in. I'm like, oh, well, whatever, don't give up. So I decided one year that I'm going to try my abstract art. So when I put my abstract art, I was getting in. So I thought maybe I have a calling here. So I started doing more of my abstract art. I've been doing abstract art for probably about 32 years, a long time. I didn't understand it at first, but it's very similar to representational art. There's like little laws, right? That we all, you have the high horizon, the low horizon, you have basics. I could probably show you that, but it's very similar to representational art. And you still have to balance your compositions. You have to balance your, negative and positive space. You have to do your texture, your form, color. I basically like to work, like I said, intuitively. So I'm more of a geometrical artist. So I have here, can you see this up here? Okay. So I like to work out a sketch now and then, before, especially when I'm doing a short term here. But I work out my negative and positive space. I don't quite work out my color yet because that is kind of intuitive. So I like to keep my palette pretty much simplified. I don't want to go too much. I use probably about, I don't know, 4 to 5 colors, but I mix a lot. I went to Academy of Art in San Francisco, and I also went to California College of Arts and Crafts. I was an illustrator for a really long time. I think illustration, you developed your sense of design, right? And like I said, I would always like dabble into my abstract art because it kind of gave me that freedom of expression. With a realistic art, it's kind of like you see the picture and you try to replicate it the best you can, and can be a little frustrating at times, but I was just always would do abstract, and I never got it right away. It took a while. And then I just started balancing, like I said, the negative and positive space in like a monochromatic piece. So I am going to start. What I like to work with, I work with all kinds of things. Actually, most of my paintings and my acrylics are done with credit card or palette knives. I didn't bring all my palette knives because but anyways, credit card is my thing. I love using these. You get nice straight lines. They're great to like move your paint around. For this one, I'm just going to be doing my line work. I need to get my glasses on. So I'm going to do an acrylic first. I'm going to work with carbon black, and I'm going to mix a little, my black, really, I use a little of this, but I like Payne's gray. That's my favorite color. I just really have a tendency to stay with that. I don't know if anybody likes to work with Payne's gray, but I love Payne's gray. I love these paper towels. So I'm just going to grab a little of that and some of my Payne's gray watercolor. You can mix acrylic and watercolor together. So I'm going to work out this design that I have here. What?
One part watercolor to one part acrylic.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Repeat the question.
Oh.
Because I don't think.
Oh, yes. 1 part watercolor, 1 part acrylic. Yes. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. And I just use like, utility. And I'm going to kind of do it on the edge like this. I don't hope. What? Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. I think I'm put my line in first. And do this side. I don't care if this it's straight or not, it doesn't matter to me. You know, art is supposed to be fun.
How do you get your ideas?
The environment around me. I live in the Bay Area, so I go down to, you know, just the buildings in general in San Francisco. And so what I tell a lot of artists, because I'm geometrical, you can look at architectural books, and then you find, you know, maybe a picture of a room, and then you will look at the design, right? Lines, even textures. I should have brought one of my pieces that I did. But you look at the different textures, and I don't know, it's all in my head. You know, it's just, they're just you know, your eyes are like, you know, a camera, right? And in your brain, it all comes out when you paint intuitively. I really don't. Sometimes I, you know, look at it, you know, you have a piece and I don't like it, right? Oh, there's something wrong with this piece. So then I just go in and add another color and start putting light and marking. I do a lot of marking in my work, and it all of a sudden just comes together. Sort of, I don't really, it doesn't bother me if I don't get exactly what I want to get. So I put the paint just on the edge like that. And I just kind of move it like this. And sometimes the lines are darker, but it's okay because they're going to be covered up anyways with watercolor. Let's see.
So by doing the acrylic and the watercolor, you're making the dark, the lines so that they won't.
Yeah, so they won't go away. Yeah, that's the only thing about watercolor. If I did it with just watercolor, am I in the way again? Let me know if I am. That's the only thing with watercolor. That's why I use a little acrylic on it. It's okay, you can do that. I mean, you can use acrylic and watercolor together in a lot of the shows. So,
I don't know how it is.
what? Am I doing it again?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I get into my work. You're gonna have to say, you're doing it wrong. Get out of there. All right. I guess I don't sit. I always stand. Okay, so far, that's what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do now is,
What kind of paper are you using?
oh, I'm using 140 pound. This is the smallest. I usually work really large. And I use 300 pound. This is only 140 pound. It's I like arches. Where the heck did I put that? I don't know what I did with it. This is new. Huh?
Is it cold press or hot press?
This is cold press, but I work with both mediums, hot press and cold press, depending on what texture you want. But I like the 300 pound just because it doesn't warp as much. And yeah, it's just better. All right, so now I'm gonna start putting my darts in. I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna do a light, right? I work with glazes, so I like to not like, oh, yeah, so I'm gonna, like this?
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll just stick it over here. Yeah, let me grab my water. It's dirty and it's the color of it anyway, so I'm gonna put this, loading this in. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more here. Slightly dark. This is the first time I actually worked with this paper before. I actually like arches, and Fabriano is good too. Oops, there's something here, whatever. I don't know what that is. Add some, now I'm gonna add a little bit of the oxide purple. I think that's what I used, yeah. Stick some purple in here too. Since there's blue, a lot of blue in the Payne's gray, grab some of this. I'm gonna darken it right now. Am I head in the way again? Okay, good. Now I'm gonna add some black and some color in here and do dark. I might work this pretty quickly.
Those of you who are online, if you have questions, use
Yeah,
the
oh,
chat
yeah.
box.
Ask me questions, please.
Use the chat box and Joe will relay your questions.
I'm gonna add some cerulean. Here, sorry, I don't have it in. Oh, I have it over here too. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna mix a few colors with this. There's something in here. And I'm gonna also use cobalt. I like to blend. When I was going to college, I only could afford, since it was a private school, I only afforded like my black, my white, my alizarin. I had yellow ochre, red, cadmium blue. And I basically made every single color that you can imagine with all of those. Oh, my burnt sienna, always had my burnt sienna. Because when you study classical, they usually have you stain everything with burnt sienna, whatever color you like, or yellow ochre. But now every color comes, you get all these different colors now. So it's like, you don't have to mix them anymore. Except for blues, of course, you have different kinds of blues. Now I'm gonna add some blue down in here. I'm gonna grab purple too. This has got some interesting texture. I'm sorry, I kind of just like, I don't wash my brush all the time. I try to. I'm just laying out colors right now. I'm going to add some purple. Okay, now I'm going to add some blue, actually. Bring this over here. Tiny bit. My paper towel. Sorry. I got to get into the habit of that. I'm just kind of laying out color right now. I don't care what it does. I'm going to add some purple in here. I won't be able to slant this to do a drip, but I'm just going to kind of. Yeah, I can, I know. Right. Add some, I'm using a flat, of course. Let's see. I'm going to use some permanent yellow. I'm going to stick some of that in here. I'm going to add some green gold. I kind of want them more like bright green mix. I kind of like to use colors that are opposite of the color wheel too, you know? Yeah, I have a tendency to really like blue a lot, but then I like to add a little, this is going to be actually more of a greenish tone. I'm adding some, I want a bright green. Yeah, I try to keep it not too crazy. I mean, I do like color a lot, so, but I don't know. It depends on how I feel. It changes, you know, I mean, I could just like,
And do you always plan out your painting before you start, just getting a basic?
sometimes, yeah, pretty, I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of times I kind of have something in mind. I'll work out, I do sketching all the time. So, however,
Could you bring your sketch down a little bit? closer?
this one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that you're working from.
yeah, well, I did do a color one of it. So just because I didn't want to, I mean, I'm going to change it a little, it'll be a little bit different, but so, but like I said, it changes, right? So I may do something different, but I know what I needed to do. Shoot, I forgot to do that. I have to, I need to make a, so I'm gonna do an accent color. And what I do is I take, cut them up or whatever. So I just do them on a little bit of watercolor paper. This is 140 also. And I'm gonna do, I like orange, but I might do like a bright green. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna do both because I don't know if I'm gonna use both of them. So I'm just gonna do a mix. I'm gonna do, just kind of grab these colors like this.
We can't see that.
Oh, so I'm just gonna paint these and let them dry. I have a tendency to really love orange. I love it as an accent color. I think it's important to move your eye around a painting with their accent. It could be, whatever color you decide you want to do, but I'm gonna, let's see this. Brushes. So usually with the painting, and I can kind of just go grab some of this yellow and dabble it in here a little bit, just for design purposes. And give it a little texture. Huh? Oh, for my accents. So in this one, I added a little orange here and there and there. Yeah, just so that your eye moves around.
Are you
Huh?
gonna do collage? Are you gonna-
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it out, and then I brought some of my acrylic medium there, and I glue it on. That's why I'm doing it. I forgot to do it earlier, but I guess I have lots of time, right? I have an hour.
At least.
Okay. And then I think I might do. I'm gonna add a little bit of red in there too. And then just.
We have a question from the audience. When are you most productive for creating?
What time? Like what time of the day?
I'm assuming that's.
Yeah. Seems like. I'd say during the day, I'm pretty much, I don't know, it's all times. Except dinner time. Because I have a family, so I have a son, lives at my house, 23, just graduated from college, but yeah, so, but mostly I teach. So I teach adults and young people. Basically, I do teach abstract, but mostly realism. They all want to learn how to draw landscapes and landscapes. And where am I down here? Is that it?
You need to go up higher.
Oh,
Move the
up
red
here?
button.
I'll move that. Okay.
There you go.
All right. I'm gonna do a bright green, but so.
I can dry those on the hair dryer if you.
They'll dry.
Okay.
Yeah. Watercolors, it dries pretty quickly. So is acrylic. Acrylic, it really dries really quickly. You kind of have to work really fast with acrylic. Although they have extenders. So, and yeah, like the blow dryer works really, really well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a little bit more yellow on that one. All right, so these, I'm gonna let dry, and then I'll probably cut them up. What I'm gonna do is cut them into little pieces and rip them. Okay. Do this, what do I do with my, oh. This one. I need some blue. I'm gonna mix the cobalt and the cerulean together. I'm gonna put some blue up here. But I'm gonna make this a lot lighter, so I need a. These paper towels are terrible. It's kind of, you can mix. I like to do the texture too with the paper towels. You know, just kind of like make a little like, and then just add different colors in here too. Texture. Let me grab another one of my brushes here. This is a smaller flat, so I'm going to put some cream. I'm gonna put a little bit of these are watercolor crayons and watercolor pencils. I'm just gonna add to make it a little bit opaque. It's a watercolor crayon, yeah. I love using these. Add some texture in here. Yeah. I want brown. Oops. Keep putting my head in. Sorry, I get really into my work and I will I'll so bring some of this down here. I want it more green than I want yellow. So if you want a straight edge instead of tape, you can just use a credit card. Area right here. I never use whiteout. I don't know if anybody uses it. Not whiteout, I mean mastic, you know, or frisket. I never use that. I don't know. You can lift. I mean, if you want pure white, then just leave it white. You know, just don't put any water there. Oops. You can use a crayon. Some yellow. There. There might be one little accent color there in there. Yeah, some more green in here. I'll just put the blue with that and let it blend. One thing I just love, you know, watercolor just does its thing, you know? And I kind of let it do, you know, it's whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to kind of lift this area right here. don't ever rub your paper. You're gonna put a hole in it. I'll lift this area too. I kind of wanted to just come in here. Any other questions? I know I'm kind of like, just get into this. And so,
Sometimes,
what?
ink, do you use that?
The ink, yeah. I like the pencils too. These are great to use in ink intense.
Yes, ink pen.
Yeah, those are nice to use. Get this area. Acrylic brushes are great for lifting too, you know. Oh, I need that. I should show you some other thing. Am I in the way again? Oh, I'm sorry. I always get into to it. No, I'm gonna add. Interesting. I'm gonna add some more. My yellow is in one spot, so you don't want to have that. So I'm gonna add it over here. So I'm just building color right now. It's got orange with this. This is definitely going to be a lot darker, so I need to add some more Payne's gray in here. Actually, I should have used the brush, but now I'm adding some more Payne's gray.
Do you always mat your paintings?
Yeah, I do. I use blue. You're talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use blue tape all the time. I like blue tape. It never rips my paper.
I mean, with your, when you frame them.
Oh, yeah, I always do. Yeah. As well, watercolors, not, I mean, only if I'm gonna like acrylics. I also work on canvas and I work on wood. I actually prefer wood because I can really get into it and like, you know, get rough with it. It's you can really scrub it a lot more than you can canvas because it canvas, you know, it doesn't you can't push down on it like you can wood. And you know, you can take acrylic. I use acrylic paper too. It's linen. It's a linen paper. It's really beautiful paper. And you can even with watercolor paper, you can put it on a wood panel if you want to. So if you don't want to have to frame it, but then I would varnish it. I would just spray it with a varnish so that, you know, it doesn't, you really don't have glass to protect it. The only thing about acrylics can take everything, right? But with watercolor, you can't put it in the, you have to be really careful with it. It's in the light. Unless you know, varnish it. So, but can add dark down here. I'm gonna add some purple in it. And let that dry. And I'm probably gonna add some more purple down here, but I'm gonna add some darker purple down in here. I'm trying to move my darks around. Well, I am doing that. I'm not trying. Oh, this paper is warping on me. Like I said, the first time I've used this paper, it's okay.
It's Fabriano, not Arthur.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's, I like the way that came out. That came out pretty cool. Yeah, it's, let me add another color in here. Let this blend
And
out.
you're working strictly in watercolor now.
Right now, yeah. Oh, now? Both. I like them. I like both of them.
So you're mixing the watercolor and the acrylic?
Right now?
Yes.
No, this is all watercolor. Yeah. This is all watercolor. No, I'm not. The only time I only made the lines in acrylic, and then the black, this is all paint. This is all watercolor. So now I'm gonna add a little bit more dark. So this is the worst paper towels I've ever used. It's all apart.
So when you find a color combination that you really like, do you tend to work in a series with those colors, or do you just change it every time?
No, I work in a series.
Oh.
Yeah, I would try to use the same colors. Right now I'm working on a series. I'm doing a awareness of global warming, and I'm working on I'm doing acrylic and watercolor. So I'm doing most of it. It's called Beyond the Piers. So I've started, let's see, I have this second piece came out. It's on Yupo paper. Yupo paper is very interesting paper. When I first, I had a piece in the Watercolor Society, American Watercolor Society, in the travel exhibit. And that painting was the first time I ever did Yupo paper. And I'll tell you one thing, that is a very difficult show to get into, but don't give up. Because I tried it 4 times, and my 5th time I got it this year, so don't give up. It's hard because they have so many jurors. And they all have to be unanimous on your decision to bring you in, you know. And I won an award too. So, and when I was first doing it, the piece was very, like I said, I was really intimidated. But now I love Yupo paper. It's really fun to work with. It's different. Have you worked with it before, anybody? Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
How does the acrylic affect working on Yupo?
Different than watercolor. Because watercolor, you can just wipe it right off. With acrylic, you can, but you better do it soon, because once it dries. But you know what I like to do? I like to scribble in it. I'll use like the end of my brush, or one of these, paper clips, and while it's drying, you can mark into it. Just be careful you don't rip into your paper. But yeah, it's
Part of it next month is going to be using.
Huh?
Yupo. Diane Parliament is our demonstrator for next.
Oh, and she's going to use Yupo. She's going to do acrylic or watercolor? Watercolor. Okay, so I'll add that. Right, now I'm just going to start building. Let's see this one. I like using my flat brushes a lot. Add some losing here, but some blue in here. Float some color in here a little bit. One thing about watercolor, it just has a mind of its own, which is fun. What else? Add some green. Shouldn't use that. That's my clean water. Some yellow. I should have brought my straws.
Okay, you'll have to explain what you're doing because they can't see. it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just blowing the paint up because I can't push it up. Although you can, I mean, you could just kind of like put little. I'm gonna grab some more like really just pure pigment and stick it in here. And kind of let it do its thing with the water. I'm gonna grab a little of this. Sorry. Eventually, I'm going to add some salt in here. And I'm going to let it dry. I need to add some black in here. Oh, yes, I'm just spritzing a little so it starts to go into the crevices of the texture of the paper. And I just spritz it with a little bit of water, not too much, but looks like veins, right? Yeah, some more black in here. I do all my marking at the very end till I try to get as much color in here as possible, and then I'll start marking it, but it won't be till I'm completely finished with this. Add some dark purple in here. Huh? Oh, sorry. Is it covering up the whole thing?
Yeah. When you.
Oh.
and
Now I'm gonna grab some water in here. Go down. So sometimes you don't need to, then you get to have it trace down a little bit like that. And drip. Some light blue.
Material to your paintings.
Ah.
Do you make all your pieces or do you just add other things? or-
Well, yeah, you could do papers, different papers like rice paper. Or you can, you do this yourself. Yeah, rice papers, they work really well. There's so many different products out there, when it comes to paper. And they have different, different fibers in them. And so you could put them on watercolor also. I usually mix, it's usually a watercolor and a acrylic mixed. because I do, you know, you do the gluing with the gel medium. So, yeah. And then. Gross, what color in here? Got a spot. Oh well. I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just dry. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In here. I have a tendency, a lot of my paintings have blue. I have a tendency to like that color all the time. I started another paintings trying to implement, well, I have green here, purple here, but try to broaden my, I don't know, I don't use orange, I mean, I use orange, but I don't use browns too much. I don't know why. But I kind of have a tendency to go for purples and blues and yellows and oranges. I don't know, everybody has their own preferences, right? So I'm going to add. I don't have a preference of watercolors either. I like all kinds. I actually like Holbein a lot, but Daniel Smith, I mean, these were sent to me. These are pretty nice too by Golden. I don't know. I like all, it depends. I like a creamy consistency in my watercolors. I don't know. What do you like?
Ones that are transparent. Because there's such a wonderful variety
Of colors, yeah.
and the names are kind of enchanting.
They are, aren't they? I know I don't particularly care for Winsor Newton anymore. I used to use all the time, but not anymore. I don't know, I don't mean to say that, but I don't know. Oh, sorry. Add some more purple so that blends into there. And I'm gonna add some salt. Am I in the way again? Okay. Paper's a little warpy, but you know, it's okay.
Does it feel softer than arches?
I like arches. It's just a little bit more forgiving. You know what I mean? You can really kind of, this one has it's bubbling a lot more and starting to pool a little. And it's okay. I mean, because I usually work really large and It is what it is.
Whenever you use your watercolors, do you ever run into watercolors that are sort of grainy?
Yes,
Kayaks?
Magnes is like that. Magnes.
Yeah, I got some old watercolors. I don't know whether they're going back to some wet.
Yeah, and they're
I
grainy.
always look for that grainy thing, but it's hard to find it. I mean, I haven't seen
Well, I know Magnes is like that.
it.
It has a little bit of a grain in it.
What does?
Yeah. Manganese, yeah. I have it.
One of the standards colors that are granulate too.
Yeah. Yeah, like the green gold or whatever this one is. This one is the chromium green oxide. It's a little bit too like that.
I think if they have more mineral in them, they might
Yeah.
be more sedimentary.
Right. Let's see. I know, because years ago they used to make their own paints. All the masters used to make all their own paints. And I mean, I don't wear gloves. I know a lot of people probably wear gloves, but I haven't all my life. So I guess I'm still here. I know a lot of people wear gloves when they're using paints.
What color are you putting on top?
Oh, I'm putting cobalt. Oh, sorry.
And is it fairly dry underneath?
Yeah. I'm kind of blending it a little. I'm gonna grab some more. And my yellow's really turned into like green now. I'm a messy painter. I think most of us are, right? That's what it's all about. Some more yellow in here. And I do, oh, there it is. I think I'm gonna put in here, which I like is because it makes it opaque, kind of like a gouache, right? Although some watercolors are that way too. Put a little bit of yellow in here. Kind of want my yellow to move around. And I'm gonna add more of the green down here. I'm gonna add some more blue. I want to make this a little bit. Add some more purple in there. And then I'm gonna add some salt. So I have a little bit of yellow in here, so I'm adding like a little, so there's a little texture. Where is my salt? Oh. Should be a little wetter than that, but
Is that salt?
yeah, I just add a little bit of salt to it.
Regular salt or?
Iodized salt, Morton salt. It has to be really wet, which, let's see if this is gonna work or not, because it worked on my other one, but it's interesting because this paper is kind of cool. Oh, sorry. This paper is great because it has this texture in it. And so the colors have a tendency to seep in it, you know, the like wood cold press, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of texture here. Okay, what else am I gonna add? Green. This water's getting.
Change your water.
I've got a clean one here, which I'm using. I think it should be fine. I'm going to add a little bit more purple in here. So I'm just using a placemat. Yeah, a little texture in here.
Good.
It's just a placemat. Just to add some texture into it. It works, I mean, sometimes you can paint a little bit of it on there, but I'm gonna see if I can get some more. I'm gonna have to paint some color into it, I think. Then,
For those of you here, I think you see some of the texture that she's created on the tube.
yeah, it's oops. You can, I use everything. This is all kinds of things you can use. Like this works really good. Styrofoam or screens.
You can put it. by the-
Yes, there's screen. You can use anything you can find to make a texture. These you can buy at the I don't even need that there. These are like $1.50. You can use these for make little texture. You paint these, and then I am going to use that at the end. When I do all my marking. But you could run this like when I do acrylics. I do gesso first on my ground, and then use all of these different textures in it. And then the paint, it comes through on the paint when you glaze it like that.
For those of you in the audience, at the end of her demo, I'll hand the camera over to what she has here.
Huh? Okay. Yeah. Oh, over there. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm using again, crayon, watercolor crayon.
And it's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just putting line work in here, and also can, like if you want to get a color and lighten it, it works really well without having to like remove it.
And what's the brand?
This is Arquella.
Arquella?
Yeah, it's I can't see the name anymore on it. Let me see the other one right here. Karana Pache, or something like that. They have different colors, reds, and they're really bright, and you could sharpen them. Oh, see, like that. Okay, now let me see. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put some red in here. Oh, am I in the way again?
No.
Okay. So now I'm just gonna add some little bit of colors. Add, what do I need to do? I need to add a little bit more. Here, I'm gonna have to remark it. I'm so used to hearing music when I'm painting.
You want us to sing?
Yeah, that would be good. Does everybody have a preference when they paint with music.
I like variety.
Yeah.
I use my Spotify to, when it goes crazy.
Yeah. It's so quiet when there's, you know, not a lot of noise, right? I'm kind of like blending that now a little bit. I wanted to have like really kind of a textury thing going. Add a little bit more yellow. Some more yellow and oh gosh, I got it. What time do we have to finish? 3, okay. All right. We're almost done with this. I need to add a little bit more. Some more.
What are you doing now?
I'm adding a little bit more of the green over here. I just kind of want to move it around a little. And make a design in here. I'm going to add some more of that in here. It's not exactly the color that I wanted it to come out, so blue. I'm just using a little bit of the watercolor crayon. Getting into a little bit more blue in here because it's too lumpy now. It will just pool, so this works good. Also brings up a little bit of texture too, you know, on the paper. I'm just going to color this whole thing here. I just decided to do this. And I'm going to draw. So you can do this and then take your blue and go like that. So that's what's nice about the crayon too, you know, it has pretty vibrant colors. Besides, I'm gonna put a little bit of water on here, but I'm afraid I might lift it. But let's see. The way it is. Just gonna blend it a little because I wanted that color. Okay.
Good.
Oh, sorry. I get really close to my pieces. Okay, and last but not least, I'm gonna green gold. Put that in here. Is that my head in the way again?
Nope.
Okay. I got some yellow in there. Do like little textures here and there. Okay. And it blends together, that's okay. that disappeared a lot, but okay, now I just need a little bit more.
Paint mostly with flat brush.
Yeah. Mostly, yeah. I want this to just kind of move up a little bit, but spray this a little bit right there. It moves up. And kind of push it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'll take some- I use acrylic brushes too, you know, the stiffer brushes. Grab some blue. I try to move my colors around. So that, you know, it doesn't get stuck. You know, sometimes you have paintings and maybe one color, you get a little stuck in it, you know. Your eye just has a tendency to go that way. You want your eye to move around the piece. I'm gonna blue here and a little blue in here. And then I'm gonna I know what I'm gonna do, lift this a little bit here. Actually, you know, that looks a lot better.
So you put a light blue over that dark blue line.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of this in here with the blue, and it gives it a different color. I forgot to add a little gray in here. Oops. The crayons also give a little texture too in your pieces. And it's still watercolor. Gray. All right, so now I think I'm ready to mark. What else do I have left to do? Oh no, it's more. Oh, I know what I need. One more little thing. Well, actually, I can do it with my black. This is also another watercolor pencil. I'm just gonna kind of put it in here. We'll start marking it. Let's blend it in there. Oh, I know. Let's see color.
So what are you looking for now?
I'm wondering balancing. I think I'm gonna do. Some more blue in here a little bit. I'm just trying.
The microphone.
Oh, no.
Got it. Just gonna do watercolor on here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So the original marking you did was kind of marking out your pattern.
That's it. Right. And then now I'll just start, I'm gonna start marking with the credit card. I'm just using the watercolor now. What did I just do with that brush? Oh,
What kind of texture? Is it pretty thick?
yeah. Has a little bit of water with it. I usually go around my pieces. You know, I'm on a table and go the backwards. Can't do that there. That's okay. Yeah, I need blue now. I'm just using the pure pigment and not mixing with water right now.
What color are you trying to put down?
That's the cerulean. And my head's in the way of that. I'm gonna get this. Like that. Tiny bit of water. It's interesting. I don't know what that is. Oh, whatever.
That's your salt, I think.
I don't know what that piece is. Looks like, let's put a little dot there. No, I need to do some toothbrush.
Color are you putting on?
Oh, I'm doing cerulean. Sorry. I should tell you.
Show up very well.
Yeah, I don't really want it to show up. I just wanted a little bit more on the black, just a little bit of. I'm gonna do some marking on it though. And I kind of want, let's see. Cerulean, where's that? Use this. I need to add a little bit of black up here. And then I'm going to add some black over here later. This one. Utility brushes are great to use. I'm gonna do, I think I have, oh, here it is. Oh, where's my color go? We use a little bit of my acrylic. Not that one, this one.
Can you show it steady what you're,
Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna use a little bit of the acrylic on.
so you have different size teeth on each side.
Yeah, right, see, different sizes. So I'm gonna use the tiny, tiny one.
And you're
Just
using
one.
acrylic this time?
Yeah. Just to make a mark. I want to add a little bit more yellow in here, but it's okay. I might just use some of this. This is just a watercolor pencil. Just want to add some more yellow in here. Maybe do some scribbling. And I'm going to do some marking with my, I'm clean off the blue. Just doing whatever, X's or marking it up. Huh? No, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm just kind of marking it up. And oh, where's my really black. Let's tilt this line a little bit. Oh, where's my- talking to myself. As long as I don't answer myself, I'm fine, I think. And
So now you're
I'm gonna
adding
start
the
marking.
To change the.
Yeah, I'm gonna start marking it up now and add color here and there, and then I'm gonna add some of this in here. I have to wait. This is pretty much dry, I think. Yeah, it's, you know, like I said, it changes. I never know. It just happens. Like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Just add a little bit of water in that. This is dry, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I kind of have to do it for this though, but is that okay? Because I don't know what I'm doing. It's, you know what I mean? It's kind of just happens. So these are just different pencils. I'm gonna probably have to do it again, but I don't know if it's gonna show. I might have to look some of that. I'm gonna do something here. If that's what that'll do anything. That's really cool, but so I'm gonna use a little bit of acrylic. What I do with my little stencil brush, use these little tiny little stencil brushes. I water it down just a tad. That's so it's too dark. So it's basically a light wash. Oh. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure that's not too
You
dark.
go into these little holes.
Yeah, I'm just going in with a stencil brush and pushing it in. So you make a little texture, you know? And then just to do oops, broke my point. Oh, that's a good marking. I wonder what happened here. Also, I put something here then. It's kind of white. Let's see. More of a mark in here. Don't like that. Huh? Yeah. Anything goes. Just a little brush. Oh. I add a little bit of water to it, so it darkens it a little bit. I wanted to add a little bit more motion or something up here because it was just kind of nothing there. So you got to add something, right? I'm gonna add some markings. And I need, I know what I need to do is add some marks there. So I'm gonna use take me longer. Oh, here, this is what I'm looking for.
So show the audience what you're.
Oh, this is just Starbucks. You know, little
Yeah, but
covers. Oh, Starbucks. Sorry, I forgot that. And I'm gonna probably do with a little bit of acrylic, but it's more of a wash, so it's not. Well, it's gonna be actually pretty dark right here. Make it straight. I want to make it angled, but it is what it is, I guess. Just angle it. Put a little texture there. Some kind of interest because it's just sort of nothing there. a little bit more. So now,
We'll be able to see it now.
oh, oh yeah, can you see it from up there? Sort of.
But it is nice to do the cheesy bit by this time.
Huh? Oh, oh yeah, I gotta do that soon, huh?
That's 3:00.
Oh, it is? Okay, let's do it. I'm not conscious of my time. Probably won't have this totally finished, but you know, oh, I forgot something. I would put a line in that I forgot I had to do. And oops, forgot a little bit more. A little bit more, is that dry yet? Oops, sorry. So I'm gonna do a little bit of marking here. I don't know what language it is. Okay, so I need to. Probably gonna mark up a little bit more, but let me get the orange and some. Oh, I know what I need. One more little thing. I need to add a little bit of. So now I'm gonna cut up. I might have some pieces that'll work actually. I think I'm gonna put this piece in here. I'm gonna just kind of move around and huh? Yeah, it does. I love using it. Gotta use this part. Show that.
Interesting how you use the credit card and chair.
Oh yeah, or whatever, any straight edge rulers work. Let me use this little piece. Smaller than that. I like the yellow in it. I think I want. Angle this one a little bit. I don't think I need this one, but there, goes there. Like a puzzle, right? And try not to make them the same sizes. Try to mix them up a bit. I don't know. I had it there the last time. I don't think it fits so well. I know what I'm gonna do, little pieces. Alrighty, so. How it will look like this. I don't know. And there's that little strip. A little strip there. Okay. Almost done, but not quite, but you know.
So why don't you glue one piece down?
So I'm gonna glue them down. So I use this medium. Liquid text. I want to do some more marking over there, but it's okay. Oh, I actually want to just do one more little thing. And then I was going to do some marking up in here too, but the blue is really starting to stand out a little bit. So I'll just stick a little of this on here. There's my little brush. This one is a watercolor brush. I might use those. That little, oh, I guess it's in here. Here we go. I think I'm gonna put it that way. So I just glue them on. Basically, I call glue. Let's push it down a little. And that's that.
Okay. We're gonna have.
Any question?
Take over. And then we'll show the audience the painting she brought in. So Ralph, you can, Chris is gonna come up to the table.
But we want to thank you, Pat.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So you just clean it up and it looks nice and clean. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So it's not quite finished, but you know, there's a little more to do on it.
Now, when you're at home, do you kind of let it dry and come back and hold it for a while?
Yeah,
You do it all in one section?
I do it all in one session sometimes. Well, it varies on the piece. If I'm struggling with it, then I'm like done. But there's many pieces that I kind of just come back to and rework it. I think this one needs a little bit more marking in it, but you know, I'd be here probably for another hour. So yeah, usually like pieces like that will take me, you know, I don't know, 5 hours. Like that one, the acrylic piece. Watercolor is a little bit different because you have to wait and let it dry. So it's a process. Because you don't want to mess it up. This is not exactly what I wanted right here, but
This is the one you're talking about?
that took me 5 hours.
Yes.
No, the acrylic did. This one took me 5 hours. Oh, it's on there. So I need to glue a couple of these little pieces back on here.
You can do it later.
Huh?
Let Chris
Yeah,
talk
don't
now.
worry.
Oh, you're talking? I'm sorry.
Yes.
You go ahead and,
Oh,
you can
okay.
keep pasting and I'll talk and
Okay,
watch you paste.
okay.
It looks great when you get up close. Anyway, we're gonna do something that
Can
I
you see
forgot
it?
to do early on, and that is thank the outgoing officers. And so Dennis and Cindy are going to do that. Why don't you guys come up and
see where else I need.
We'll get the spotlight on you and turn the heat up.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's kind of difficult conditions to thank people, Ralph and all the rest, especially since I haven't been here that long. But this is a team effort. We've had excellent leaders, and it's a desirable thing to do is art. I mean, you know, you can't, I can't think of nothing wrong with it or anything like that. And I just would like to applaud everyone that has served and everyone that is going to serve. And wish that we could do more. They were talking about signing cards and stuff, but it's really hard with this going on to get all the members where we can actually do something together. And maybe as it goes on, maybe in a couple of weeks, we can have a recognition again. But those that have done it, thank you. And those that are doing it, thank you. And we can use all the help we can get, please. So thank you very much.
This is a reminder, because this is kind of a big year with the change. Ralph, of course, is leaving. Alislin is leaving. Ed Bosley is turning over his duties. Nancy Weddick and Helen Leonard. So, and just as a reminder to everybody, we still have a couple of things we need some help with. One is Joe is going to be moving to her alternate residence for I don't know how long, but
I come back, I won't be available until October.
okay, but we're going to need some help with the audiovisual stuff. So if there's anyone here or in our streaming audience that would be interested in doing that, again, speak up. This is no time to be quiet about it. Say something. And because Joe will be around for a little bit yet, she can help you transition. So it's a piece of cake. So we need that, and painting of the month. We're going to need some help with, and that will be a fun job. So please speak up again. With that, do we have anything else before we go to the order?
Anyone in the audience, Ralph? We have a raffle.
Ah, thank you.
We'll do that.
Let's do that right now.
Or do you want to say goodbye to the audience?
Wait, hello. Are we doing the painting of the year presentation?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Alislin.
Alice Lynn.
We're going to do the painting of the year.
Yeah.
Oh. If you want to gather around here so you can see. Because it won't come up on, I will.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I need to share my screen here. Wait a minute. And beginning. Share screen. Too many screens. What? Okay. Someone help me share this screen. Does anybody?
Push the green
there?
button. Push the green button at the bottom of your screen for share screen.
Yeah, I've got that, but I've got it's
And then look for
the
the.
white one is not coming up.
Oh, here
Well,
we go. Here we go.
now does that look like it's filling the entire screen, or does that look like the?
Do you really prefer to use?
It's only a band, a horizontal band of. There we go. There we go.
It's supposed to fill the screen.
That's it right there.
Okay, because I can't see it. All right. Okay. All right. Got my favorite place, Wawona, California, as our plein air site.
Texture with acrylic, that's all. Okay.
And it's been completely redone, so it makes it easier to walk around. Our judge was Tony Ragone. Well, who all here? You can all unmute so we can talk, but it should be okay. We're going to start at the top with the winner, Lucinda Johnson's Good Morning Sacramento. Is Lucinda here? Anybody? Okay. How about if I just run it? Okay. Wait, what's going on? Third place. That was weird. Okay. Well, where's my prizes? Weird. That's it for the year. Pretty good. I might stop sharing. Oh, stop sharing.
Well, that concludes our meeting for today. And I'm glad all you folks could make it. Congratulations to our new presidents as they take over now. And
Yeah. But more and
wish all
more,
you guys well this
I've
next
kind
year.
of boxed myself in, so I'm.
Our next meeting is the
Yeah,
second
well, it's,
Monday in February at 7 p.m. So remember, it's an
then in
evening.
June, my studio,
Right.
and then I'm just gonna do workshops.
Adios and God bless.